What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Future. Future is being dragged into the bitter divorce of Porsha Williams and her estranged husband Simon. And he's not only just Future, some other guys as well that have dealt with Porsha in the past. And he's basically saying, she was dealing with these men while we were together. You lose them how you get them. He left his former wife to be with Porsha. He got with her immediately after breaking up with her. And there were all types of rumors that possibly Porsha was dealing with this guy while he was in another relationship. And now we're seeing what has happened in this situation right here. Let me just say this, though. If Future dealt with Porsha, this isn't the first time. If this is true, I wouldn't doubt it. Future's dealt with married women before. Look at the whole the whole Scottie Pippen and Larsa Pippen situation. So he's not new to that, I would not doubt that this could have went on. Again, both of them are from Atlanta. They've probably known each other for years. And maybe they have hooked up here and there. But Porsha's ex Simon is saying that they have been dealing with each other while they were married. See, this is why you don't lead with your wallet. Simon was a trick. Simon was, he's an older guy that was leading with this money. Y'all know he got caught up in a situation where he could possibly be deported. And that's when I believe Porsha cut ties. I believe Porsha cut ties with Simon when she realized maybe he's not as successful as he claimed to be. He's being called a scammer. And I think she wanted to distance herself from him. And it looks like maybe he thought that she would come back, and she hasn't. Because say whatever you want about Porsha. Porsha still got options, I've always liked Porsha, I really have, and listen, Future, I understand. If it's true, I understand. Okay. This is why she's able to get these men like she do. She never goes without having a man, even if the man is allegedly a scammer. Now, I don't know if the guy's a scammer, but I've seen some things, and it's not looking good on his end. But maybe she got to a point to where, maybe she felt betrayed and lied to, and she went back to her exes because she may have believed that Simon was more successful than he was, but maybe he wasn't, And again, ladies, when you're out there trying to chase the bag, you got to be careful because you may end up with a guy who's not who he says he is. And that might be the case here because this divorce is getting very bitter and maybe she feels manipulated. But let's get into this Yahoo article. Rapper Future dragged into Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' bitter divorce with Simon. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' estranged husband Simon demanded she answer several questions under oath as part of their ongoing divorce. In Touch can exclusively revealed Simon, who's 60, fired off a list of questions he wanted Porsha, 43, to answer. He asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. In addition, he asked her to admit or deny that the married responded for his money. Of course she married you for your money, Simon. If you were working a 9-to-5, let's say he's working a blue collar job. Or let's say you were management at some company, making less than 80, 90,000 a year. You think she's going to be interested in you? Hell, let's make it a cool $100,000 a year. You think she's going to be interested in you, Simon? I don't think so. Other questions included asking her to admit or deny she filed for divorce without telling him, whether she cheated on him during the marriage, or whether she was intimate with another person during their union. He asked Porsha to admit or deny that she was never in love with him. Man, this is a lot of self-loathing here, man. This is why you don't lead with your pockets, okay? Simon also asked Porsha to answer, what was your understanding of the reasons why your husband paid you a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage? So he was giving her an allowance. Yes, she was there for the money. I hate to tell you this, Simon. I believe she might have been there for the money. Okay. You're marrying Porsha Williams. Porsha Williams has expensive taste. Okay. She has a lifestyle that she wants to have, upheld. And I think a lot of the divorce was probably, around the fact, I don't think he wanted to be on the show anymore. I think the whole, immigration situation, the fact that he could possibly be deported, the scamming thing, I think that played a part into her wanting out. And these are not new issues, people. I believe that this stuff has probably been going on for months, and she's known about it, but she's kind of was weighing her options, and she felt like her best option was to leave. Simon asked her to explain the nature of relationship with a man named Kelvin, her ex Dennis McKinney, and another man named Jonathan. These are a lot of men. Yo, Simon wants to know who these men are, even though Dennis is her baby's father. His request also asked, explain the nature of relationship with Nevadius Damon Cash. That's how I pronounce his name, Nevadius. Also known as Future. That's Future's name, people. Simon did not expand on the question or his reasons for asking. Sources close to the reality star tell In Touch Porsha does not know Future. So they're saying that Porsha does not know Future. As In Touch previously reported, Porsha filed for divorce in February after 15 months of marriage. She demanded the prenuptial agreement they signed before walking down the aisle be enforced. She demanded Simon vacate the $7 million mansion they shared while married. Porsha said the prenup was clear that Simon had to leave the property until the outcome of the divorce. Simon objected to the request. Why would you make an agreement like that, Simon? The judge granted Porsha temporary exclusive use of the home. Recently, Simon demanded Porsha be found in contempt of court for failing to turn over requested documents in the case. To date, the wife has willfully and intentionally violated this court's February 2024 standing order by refusing to turn over her mandatory discovery pursuant to the Fulton County rules. Simon's motion reads. Simon accused Porsha of having intentionally and willfully violated the court order by not turning over the requested documents. In addition, the businessman argued that the prenuptial agreement was not enforceable. Further, the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable under the law because it does not meet the criteria for enforcing the prenuptial agreement. Simon motion added. This is the first time I've ever seen a woman want the prenup enforced. Most times women don't want that prenup enforced. The November 17, 2022 prenuptial agreement is not enforceable for several reasons, including there was no meeting of the minds, the terms are unconscionable, and because the facts and circumstances have changed since the prenuptial agreement was executed, making the agreement unfair and unreasonable, his lawyer wrote. They added, since the execution of the prenuptial agreement, the wife entered into an agreement with True Entertainment LLC, Bravo, NBC Universal, Truly Original, where wife's income exceeded millions of dollars, which has drastically and unexpectedly changed the facts and circumstances and intent of the parties when entering into the prenuptial agreement. So he's basically saying she's making more money now, so why does this prenup have to be enforced? Simon, I would assume you're a smart guy. You got to make better prenups, man. A judge has yet to rule on Simon's request for sanctions. Porsha has yet to respond. It seemed like Portia's not really taking this divorce seriously because she ain't sent no documents in. It's almost like either she's contesting by not sending anything in, or she might be 50-50 on actually leaving Simon, because she has the reality show coming up. And maybe she needs a storyline. Maybe she's gonna use this. I'm pretty sure she's gonna use it as a storyline. Listen, Porsha was only with this man for his money. I think it's very clear that Porsha only wanted this guy for his money. And when she realized that the guy might not be as successful as he claimed to be, you have the immigration situation, the scamming talk out there. She wanted out because Porsha believed that she can get another millionaire. Porsha still believes that she can go out there and get her another man. This is why she was ready to leave. And she may end up taking that mansion with her. Why, again, you put that in? See, she didn't, it's almost, now I don't know about I haven't read up on the full prenuptial agreement. Maybe y'all have, but it seems to me that she just wanted a house. She didn't want the money. She's making her own money. She wanted a house, and how this guy agreed to that. I don't know, man, but let me go back to Future, man. Let me go back to Future. Listen, I don't know if her and Future are messing around. I find it very difficult to believe that her and Future don't know each other. I find that very difficult to believe. Future, you trying to tell me that Future hasn't even attempted to reach out to Porsha? I don't buy that. I don't buy that whatsoever. I just think that Porsha, her quote unquote brand, she feel like would take a hit if people knew or thought that she was actually dealing with Future on a personal level. But why would he put that name out there? He put all these other men, like he put Dennis's name out there. That's her ex. I don't know about the Jonathan guy. He named these other men Kelvin. Again, I know she dated Dennis, but why would he bring up Future if she knows nothing about him? I believe Simon has been doing his own investigation, and I think that Simon found out probably from the same friend that's denying that she knows Future. Because again, I find that very difficult to believe that she don't know who Future is. I find that very difficult. Atlanta's not that big of a city that you don't know this guy. Listen, if Future was able to know Larsa Pippen, I'm pretty sure that Future knows who Porsha Williams is and has met her. You know what I'm saying? It has maybe had conversations with her. Again, there are men out here that these women have slept with that we don't know of. We may never know. So I'm calling cap on that. I'm sorry. I am calling cap on that. Now, all she could have said was, hey, I know this person. You know, I've spoken to this person. Yes, we've been at events, but that doesn't mean that, you know, I'm ultimately dealing with them on a personal level. But I'm supposed to believe that she's never met Future? Never? I don't know. I just find that very hard to believe. But y'all can let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out all the other videos, and I'll see y'all next one.